Afterliken, and hello, it's Fo, and welcome back to Turbine City. Last time we'd made it to nearly 135k. I'm gonna try and push on, see how far we can go in this episode. Last time we were looking at zoning in a little more generic industry to help with our supply chain, making sure all our commercial areas were nicely stocked. We're also trying to play around with this industry's DLC stuff that clearly isn't working for us. It says here that we're not getting enough oil, but the oil pumps say they've got not enough customers, so it's all a big mess. I think maybe our tactic of keep adding more stuff in isn't quite working. Maybe we want to delete something. Maybe if we delete a few of these things we added in last. So I think the situation has got worse since we added in these extra things. We'll try taking away a few things this episode, see if that helps. So I keep playing with it until we can get across the river and get to our other patch of natural resources. We can make sort of twin companies for all the different resources. Then if we move half of the unique factories over there, hopefully we can half the burden on the industrial areas and get it working a little more efficiently, get rid of some of these terrible icons. So just do the last few bits of industrial over here. Then we can focus on getting a little more residential zoned in. Our commercial isn't really coming in over here as much as we would like. I think we've overzoned it a little bit. So we can fill up the spaces that we've got with a few of these extra small parks. Maybe we want to use something. We've got our eye monster. Doesn't seem to be really having a good effect on the nearby people in terms of entertaining them. I think they're just scared of it, so let's maybe get in a water park for them. Only have to destroy a couple of houses. Yeah, they seem much happier now. Maybe put down a KFC as well. It's nice and small. It's a pretty nice asset to look at. Fits in quite well with the other buildings in the city. It's a zoomed in view. See if we can see someone going into it. This guy's in a rush. Yeah, this guy in the suit, he's in a mad rush. He's going straight for the KFC. I don't blame him. He's been waiting for a KFC in this town for a long time. Gonna go around and turn off some of the traffic lights. Try and catch a few that I missed last time. There's plenty of them to do. Oh, got power issues. Yeah, let's check the budget and see if we can turn it up or if we're going to need another machine. Yeah, I think we might need another generator. Got a warehouse over here in a good location. We can maybe move this further down the road. Oh, it looks like it will fit. Perfect. I'll give us room up here. Another one of these. Seems to be the most high-powered green option, short of a dam. Try the budgets on 100%. See how that goes for a while. So using the noise filter again, we can make sure that we're not zoning in too close to anything too noisy with our housing. Then we can always fill up the gaps with commercial or offices or even service buildings. I think we've pretty much filled up the area over next to our industries with our new neighbourhood, so keep expanding out towards our river over here. more housing and the services for them. Maybe another cryopreservatory. It's quite small. Another medical lab maybe. Would like to maintain 06 citizens. Oh yeah, they seem to like that. We've still got a slight need for generic industry, so let me pop a little bit more in. Sorry, blimp riders. You're going to be landing in the smog over here. But we sort of need the space. I don't think we're going to need more warehouses. We might want to take out our extra warehouses that we've got, see if that makes any sort of difference to us for our industry area. The population's still going up. Got more than 3 million in cash. People are building into the spaces we've zoned for them. Maybe turn up a few more things in the economy since we're over 3 million. Would rather everyone was happy and the number of new citizens coming in was as high as it could possibly be, rather than making money because we don't really need it. Don't want to turn up the budgets for the metro and the trains too much, because we do have a lot of stations. I don't want everything to get all backed up. The time you notice it, you've got 10 trains all stuck on the line. It turns to the evening and you've got the line lights up and you see that it's entirely chock-a-block with trains. That sort of thing happens. Looking at a few of the policies, park maintenance boost. I'm not sure what the park maintenance service is. I don't think I've ever placed a park maintenance building. I don't know where it is. I'll have to have a look for that at some point. Let go of leisure, I think, is the only thing we want to turn on in the taxation. All these other things, we could just change the tax levels manually in the taxes tab. Maybe we want boost connections. That helps with the roads. Yeah, I think we've got most of the policies on that we want. Oops. Yeah, I'm not keen on too deep zoning, just 2 squares, but fit in some industrial around their edges, especially near the stations, then we will. Get some more roads in anticipation of needing to do more zoning soon. Maybe make an interesting shape along here and chop this a little bit off. Maybe go with another recycling centre and make this another industrial area, rather than expecting all of the industry stuff to come from one part of the map. Keep it nice and split up. I think this is sort of parallel with where we had our original little bit of industry in our first ever square. Get some fire services in for them. Something the industry areas always want more than anything else. Now we can get a couple of our normal buildings that we'd like to line areas with. Get them in a hospital. The elder care and the child care. Maybe spread them out a little bit. Go up the top with the child care, maybe over the road. In case we want to extend the industrial area over the other side of the main road. Sort of keep the barrier going further up rather than just this one little block. Our fitness buildings, we can get a few of them in. And we'll maybe spread them out a little bit. Got power going to our metro station, so as these guys will build their buildings in the zone in, hopefully it's going to carry the power across. If it's not doing it in a timely manner, we can always get some buildings in, connect up the gaps. But with any luck, it'll just sort of fill itself in. Get the budget turned up a little bit. We are cruising on the edge of our supply. And the money is sort of going up and down, but generally it's going up. Get a few of these tiny little things, the little car parks in. Try and connect up our buildings. Get the power across. Get some schools in along this road here. Just on the edge of the housing. We seem to be always a little bit behind on the schools, so get another little uni in as well. Get one of our extra large parks in to cover our industry areas so they pollute less. We want small roads again on the other side. We'll let them build in first. I'm thinking if we have less warehouses trying to store a balanced amount of plastic, hopefully we'll be able to get more plastic directly to the factories. I don't know, it's worth a go. Oh, power problems again. Get this turned up again, keep us going. I think we do need another power station in the medium to long term, so this area is just going to be industry anyway. That'll spread out the power sources as well, so we won't have any flow problems. Try it on 100%, see what that's like. Yeah, we should have more than we need for just now. Try taking it down another little bit. Try 95, see what that's like. Yeah, just on the edge. Gives us a little margin that we can turn it back up again as well. Well, uni, we're losing students a little bit, but I think this is just going to go up and down. I made quite a few academic works there. Our grant got us one, and then we made 3 other ones. It's pretty good. Don't know if we keep needing to invest in these now that we've gone up to prestigious ones. Maybe don't need to make any more academic works there, but we're not spending the money on anything else, so should be fine. I get a couple more incinerators. See, we've got a space over here somewhere. Make sure the coverage is good. Don't want the trash building up. Space here, just fill it up with another large park. I don't think we're going to try and zone that. Fit in another couple of these little car parks as well, where we've got gaps in our commercial. I think we definitely zoned more commercial than we needed. And of course we didn't have the industry to back it up, so hopefully it'll all balance itself all back out. I think that's a problem when you rely solely on the industry's DLC and then it doesn't work. It doesn't help. Get a couple of extra post offices in as well, while we think of it, before we zone in anything over there. Maybe get a second sorting office in as well, while we remember. It can fit nicely over here, next to our oil industry and everything else. It looks like when these parks are leveling up, the price is automatically going up as well. But we've got a rolling counter, so we can see how far it is to the next level. So not far to go. This one's not far to go to get up to the 5 stars, so soon enough we'll be able to pop in our extra enclosures that we had down at the end of the track. We turn all the prices back down to 5. Obviously turning themselves up automatically when the park level's up. But again, they're not for profit for us, they're just to actually entertain the people. I want to find this park maintenance service at some point. Make sure they're well maintained, in tip-top condition. I'm worried that this is a touch close to the specialized commercial we've got. Take that back a layer. Just have commercial all along here. Pretty sure that's a school along the top. So that won't have noise pollution. I'm gonna take the commercial back to there. You can have a mirror image on the other side of the road for residential. That should be far enough away from industry areas. More sensible zoning for us. Got a few more thousand people in. Looks like our population's hovering again. It's not steaming on as it once was. It's slightly into the negative. Hope it's not going to be another battle to get past 140k. Maybe splash out in another power station, really. That way we can keep the budget under 100%. Could take it down to like 80% or something, leave it there for a while. And two right next to each other. Don't know, why not? No reason why there wouldn't be, I suppose. That's nice and healthy. Take it down a little bit. See where we are at 100%. Yeah, we should be in the clear. Maybe take it down to around 90 or something. We just leave it so we don't have to come back every 2 seconds. So the big thing is plastics. This is already on empty, but we might want to just miss these plastics warehouse entirely. Change them to the commercial goods. Just as a stockpile when the industry is making the goods, make sure there's still some in the warehouse. So if there's a shortage in our commercial premises, we can get some from the warehouse. Maybe if we narrow it down to just having one plastics warehouse, then the warehouses that are unbalanced will stop keeping a hold of so much plastic before they pass it on to our unique factories. It's always something to try. It's another tactic. At some point, I'm sure it'll just fix itself. It has done in my other playthroughs. A few more of these little things in over here. Rather than zoning it with more commercial. Oh, we've got a skate park. Let's get that in somewhere. The riding stable, that'd be pretty cool as well. Yeah, skate park over here. Riding stable is probably inappropriate for an industrial area, but this vertical farm seems pretty cool. It's in our content creator packs. Interesting buildings, something a bit different. I would ideally like to use sort of one of everything in the city over time. Let's delete a few more of these things. I think they're just adding traffic to the main road. And hopefully if we get rid of a few of these, some more of the smaller pumps we've got actually in our designated area will be working, rather than saying that they don't have enough customers. And it'll certainly let us zone a little bit more of this area. Squeeze as many people in as we can. Yeah, the traffic is proper horrendous. To help even out our zoning again, I think we maybe want to de-zone a couple of little bits of this commercial that's not coming in. Still some noise here a little bit, but I think it's just coming from our commercial here, so try dezoning it and see if the noise disappears. If it does, we can maybe just dezone the whole square and change it over. Just have commercial along the main road. Get this changed for residential. Obviously the commercial itself, especially the dense commercial, does give off noise. I think it's like a combination of the dense commercial with the light residential that's not good. That'll make them complain and certainly potentially sick. Pretty sure this is a school. Let's double check this is a school. Yeah, it is. So we can mirror our commercial all the way down here with some residential. And that should be enough to keep them going for a while. We just fill up these two little squares. Touch more residential, keep them going for a while. Haven't placed any decent unique buildings for a while. We've got a few that are locked to us. So what we're going to do is, for a bit of fun, we're going to load up an old save. This is when we hit 8,500. What we're going to do is we're going to sort of wreck the services in the city, because there's a few things that we need to achieve to unlock some of our unique buildings. One of them is letting the trash build it up. So we're going to remove basically all the trash services, our recycling centre and our incinerators. So then there's no one to pick up the trash and it'll just pile up and pile up. It's also to get the citizen health below a certain point. I think it's 20%. So we'll delete all the healthcare. And hopefully people will start getting sick pretty quick. All the trash building up. Okay, so we need under 20%. We need to fill cemeteries, but we've got our auto empty on the cemeteries. That's a mod. We need to turn that off if we want to get that. We could just reset all the tax rates to 4%. That should be easy enough to get. A couple of these we'll need to focus on doing in the big game. I haven't got any farming specialization built, so we'll have to get some of that done. Sightseeing bus depot, we could pop one in here, that's no biggie. Trams, we're not going to use trams. The clock tower is quite a nice asset, so is the courthouse. If we delete the police station, we can maybe get the crime rate up as well. So it turns into a lawless wasteland full of trash. Everyone gets sick. Water treatment plant, I don't think we can place that here because our population level's not high enough. It should come back later on with a save that's further on down the line, so we've got access to other stuff. We can turn our mods off so that our cemeteries won't auto empty, and then we can maybe get some of them filled up. Again, we haven't built any organic and local produce specialization, so that's something we'll have to consider when we get back to our main game. Finish our side quest here. So we've got our tax rates down. Try and construct a sightseeing bus depot. Here we go. It's not something I want to put in the big city, as it were. Don't want any buses really in the big city if I can get away with it. So we'll get it going. See how they react. Oh, they don't have power. I want to keep their power going. I'll give them that. I'll leave a video here for today. Come back and join us next time. We'll see how they get on with their ever-decaying city. See if we can meet the requirements and unlock these special unique buildings. And maybe go back and pop one of them in the city. So until then, take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.